We've had a lot of amazing games come out this year. Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon, titles that won awards and really set the bar for what a great game should be. A game of the year, though, has to be many things. It has to be innovative, impressive, have a deep storyline with incredible visual fidelity, or it just really needs to speak to you more than any other game that you've played in a year. It was a tough year for me. I had a lot of great games that I really enjoyed, and the competition was fierce. Do I give it to Horizon? Do I give it to God of War? Man, if we learned anything from the Game Awards, it's that it should definitely be given to God of War. I mean, that game was good, right? I didn't expect any wild cards. I thought December was going to be chill, as both Callisto and Midnight Suns weren't really competition for Dad of Boy. But then, by sheer chance, I stumbled across the greatest game I've ever played. It was a glorious game, full of so much plot, crammed full of graphics and stunning visuals and things that blew my mind. And the gameplay was revolutionary, first of its kind, and I can entirely say that I've never played anything that comes close or anything that's quite like it, as it left me breathless. That game, ladies and gentlemen, is Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. Yes, you heard right. This game is alarmingly good. Definitely the best game of 2022. And man, can I not wait to tell you all of the details and intricacies that it has to offer. It's got vibrant characters, dark undertones, mysteries to unravel, and you guessed it, placid ducks. What am I doing with my life? Hey, liking the video? Why don't you do us a favor and subscribe? We're trying to push a subscriber goal of 50,000 in 2023, and every single one helps. Don't forget to ring the bell too, since YouTube doesn't like to notify otherwise. To me, what really separates Placid Ducks from other Plastic Ducks game is just how deep the story is. It's so full of metaphors and chock full of deep messages that really it's safe to say each individual will experience something wholly different and incredibly personal to themselves. You know what duck I most associate with? It's Brian. I get Brian, you know? The story length in Placid Duck Simulator is infinite. There's no end to the story, and honestly, that's a pretty bold strategy to take. It doesn't have a set start point or a set end point. It has always existed and always will be. The ducks are eternal, and they really do a good point at conveying this. I personally like that even when I'm not playing the game, the story is still somehow continuing to play in my brain. Oh, dude, the babies! OG Duck had children, which is weird because he's a guy canonically. The main protagonist of the story is OG Plastic Duck. He's average by all means, but he does his best, being the first to travel to a new world before the rest of his kind. He's there to pioneer a new future for all plastic ducks, and he's a solid rock for the rest of the cast that ends up joining along the way. You've got a great supporting crew like his lover, anime waifu duck, the jealous other, Bumble Duck, and a lot more ducks to go along with them. They're all colorful and filled with personality, and each duck added into the mix only furthers the story that rivals all other stories ever made. Game of Thrones? Nah, dude, Plastic Duck Saga is really where it's at. There's just so much character development as the ducks meet each other, with each individual duck having their own story to tell throughout. They'll bump into each other, fight, mingle, love, and move on, all things that emotionally tug at your heartstrings in every step. It's truly beautiful. One of the most important moments to me, although tragic, was seeing a duck we named Brian, the headband duck, give up and fall over, just deciding to lie on his side in the water and never again sit back upright. His head was just so huge, and his head was just so huge, and to me, that's a metaphor for life. And it really just explains how death is inevitable, and even if friends pass on, you have to stay strong and keep moving forward. What's going on down here? Wait, one duck fell over? Oh, Brian was too top heavy and he fell over. He finally fell over, guys, because his head is bigger than his body. The antagonist of this entire story, though, is really what ties it all together. Pink Flamingo. That's right. If that name doesn't drive horror into your heart's deepest depths, then truly you feel nothing, as this monster serves only to ruin the peaceful lives that the ducks wish to have in their utopian paradise.
Whoop, whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come.
At first, you don't realize the threat that Pink Flamingo poses. He's there, lurking on the edge of the pool. Much like most things in life that seem so far off that you shouldn't worry about, he's ever creeping closer, methodically, towards his ambitious goal of ruining the society the ducks have made. Look away for a moment or two, bam! Flamingo has somehow moved. You never notice it or see it coming. That's how deep this story is. And it wouldn't be wrong to consider Pink Flamingo as a weeping angel of this universe. I won't spoil the havoc and the wrath he brings upon the other ducks in the pool, but it really amped up this game for me. I didn't think that it could get any more perfect with so much story already present, but God, the Pink Flamingo arc really pushes it further and further. He's gonna end all ducks, Levy. I feel like this is a good Flamingo theme. Anybody that's actually played the game this is from is getting PTSD right now. To be fair, all the ducks are trying to hold him back, Levy. Mallard duck has given up his life. So is fishnet duck and dead duck. Did the flamingo just launch? What the fuck? No, he trapped the 1%. Now enough about the story. I could talk infinitely about the infinite story and the infinite duck universe. I really want to get into the nitty gritty of the gameplay of Duck Simulator. Placid Plastic Duck Simulator, mind you. It goes without saying that this game is incredibly beautiful. You have two pools that serve as hub worlds for your ducks with interconnecting tubes like the internet, tying them together. Ducks can travel between these worlds at will dependent on what's going on in their lives, mingling with various ducks as they go about. You've got lots of detailed objects surrounding the world the ducks live in, such as lawn chair and tree floaty, all adding extreme visual fidelity to what you're witnessing at any point. The controls are immaculate. Tab will be your most important key. This allows you to switch ducks, amazing, and see what each individual in your duck society is currently up to. Want music? Easy. The game's got you covered. You can toggle between music on and off at will, which is to me an insane feature for a game to have. Want to just chill and get beach chair POV? They've got you covered with the dynamic ultra extreme beach chair cinema experience key being E. It's easy to navigate and intuitive to use. It doesn't just end there though. You've got the legendary screenshot key, P on your keyboard, to take pictures of your ducks on their journeys while they meander about and go about their personal story arcs. There's even a free cam option by hitting right click, enabling you to get those perfect shots as your game unfolds and you experience all the action Placid has to offer. Ducks rain from the sky. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, they're following their leader, OG Plastic Duck, through a space-time continuum portal into a new world to escape the ravages of their old one, with the duck meter being this driving force. It takes about 5 minutes for a new duck to travel through time and space and enter the pool reality, which is long enough for you to get to know each and every one and experience what they as individuals and gameplay sense have to offer. Nothing's more epic than watching a duck pop in and slam into the pool. It's such an amazing scene that's awesome and awes me each and every time. There's also cool, unique ducks that spawn with duck superpowers, I assume given to them by the duck gods, such as lava duck and propeller duck, but they're more of cameos that just add to the intensity and gameplay seen before you. It's just so intense, you know? God, are they gonna go down the slide? Are they gonna get sucked into the tube? Is Flamingo going to trap them eternally inside of himself? You just don't know, and you don't get the high octane shit like this in gaming anymore. But really, this game plays more like a God simulator. You are God, and the ducks are but subjects for you to watch, with your ability being to wipe reality whenever you want and send them back to their original starting positions. That's right, you can save and reload, making them live their lives all over again, but through different paths, and they cannot stop you. The power trip I get when playing this game is immense, and honestly nothing comes even close other than maybe slamming 16 Red Bulls and downing an entire bottle of Flintstones vitamins. It's just so raw and unfiltered. Needless to say though, Placid Plastic Duck Simulator is the best game. I don't know why I'm even going to bother breaking down the score, but let's do it just because that's what we do here on this channel. Gameplay gets a 10 out of 10. Best controls, best experience. It's a game, but it's not a game. You don't really get to game the game, but it's still game of the year. There's no battle passes, no microtransactions. It's just ducks, and I love it. The story gets a 10 out of 10. I cried for my ducks. I cheered for my ducks. I missed my ducks. I loved with my ducks. These ducks and their journeys resonated with me through their stories. Graphics and audio get a 10 out of 10. It's perfection. This is the best Placid Duck Simulator made to date ever and has no competition, so technically it's the best. Technical stability gets a 10 out of 10. No crashes, no lag, no bugs, nothing. I can't remember the last time I played a game that had nothing wrong with it. And finally, value gets a 10 out of 10. You get hours of gameplay for like $2. Infinite hours can be had in this game. You could die before you've played all that you could play in Placid Duck Simulator. Overall, that's going to lead me to average out the scores real quick on this calculator. All right, there we go. And give Placid Plastic Duck Simulator a channel first 13 out of 10. I don't know how that's even possible, but that's what the math adds up to, and that's just outright true. I suggest you pick this game up, play it, let it consume you. You don't need to go outside. All you need is your ducks. Friends? Nah. Family? No. Just ducks. Only ducks. Only ducks. It's on Steam or whatever, so just buy it there. And I want to say thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video and you like ducks, do me a favor and hit that dang like button and share this around for other people to enjoy ducks and really show them what ducks have to offer. They need the attention. With that said, all that's left is to say until the next video, this is Delrith, and I'll be seeing you. Bye.